One thing about fashion designing is that you can recreate to your own taste. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be sharing with you guys how to make this fitted bubu with side ruffles. You can decide to use different fabric, or you can decide to use the same fabric just as mine. If you're here to subscribe, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. This was my inspiration and this was my recreation. If this looks like what you would love to learn, keep on watching and let's get started. For this tutorial, I made use of 3.5 yards of fabric. I used the same fabric for the ruffles. This fabric is called a scuba fabric. It is stretchy on one side. So this is my fabric being folded into two. I have both the front and the back. I'll be attaching a zipper to this because it is a fitted bubu. So this is the back piece and you can see there's a zipper line. So this is the zipper line. Okay, I tried so many chalk and it was not that visible, so please just manage it like so. We'll be taking all our measurements from the folded part. So the first measurement I took was my neck width. Okay, I just zoomed it. A neck width of 3 inches. And then I took a neck depth for the back. I took a neck depth of 2.5 inches. So initially this style has a deep back, but I don't want my own back to be that deep. Okay, so I just curved my neckline. So what I folded here is 16 inches. Okay, so what, and then from this edge I'm going to come down by 2 inches. For my shoulder slope you can do 1 inch. Okay, and then I'll connect it to my neck width. So I don't want a deep back like I was saying, so you can go ahead and create your desired neckline. That is one thing about fashion designing. And then from the shoulder line I'm going to mark the length of this bubu. I don't want mine to be a floor length. Okay, so go ahead and mark out your own desired length as well. So I'll just arrange this properly because the fabric is kind of you can see how I'm arranging it. And then I just cut out from my length. Okay, so that's my length, and then I'll arrange the top part again, and then I'll cut out the back neckline. So we'll be cutting out the back neckline first. So I just cut out the front neckline. I've been using back. Okay, the front neckline, sorry. So this is the front neckline. Okay, and I cut out the shoulder slope, as you can see. So from this shoulder line I'm going to mark my waistline. This is because I want to get rid of this zipper bulge at the back of the dress. Okay, so that the zipper will lay perfectly. So I just extended the waistline to the back neckline like this, as you can see. And then now to get rid of the zipper bulge, what I'll do basically is to go in from the zipper allowance I took. I went in by 1/2 inch like this, and then I'll just connect it sideways. Just follow the direction of my hand and my curve rule so that you understand. So you can see how I placed it. Okay, so you just place it like this on this side, and then you place it on this other side. So this is just to get rid of zipper bulge at the back of our dress. And then you can see how I did it. I'm so sorry that this chalk is not that visible. Okay, so after doing it like this, I'll just go ahead and cut this out first. After I cut it out, I'll now split the back piece into two. Okay, because we'll be attaching a zipper. Like I said, it is a fitted bubu. So now I extended the back neck depth by 3 inches. Okay, so go ahead and create your own back neckline. So now I'm going to split it all the way down. So this is it, and this is what we have now for the back. So I'll just go ahead and stitch my zipper allowance. Okay, you can as well just attach your zipper at this point if you want to. So you just measure where you want your zipper to stop like mine, and then you attach it all the way, and then you stitch the remaining part down. So after doing that, this is the bias I'm working with. Okay, this was the color I got, so it is not going to show anyway. So you just place it like this on the right side of your fabric, then you stitch on that straight line, the first line, then you flip it over, and then you stitch it again. After that, this is the zipper. I have closed my own zipper. I'll be attaching it when I'm done sewing. So after you must have fixed your bias, you now place your top like this and stitch the neck, and stitch the shoulder, okay, by half inch. Okay, so you arrange it properly, and then you stitch on it using half inch. So after stitching on it and attaching your bias, this is what it is looking like. So you arrange one side like this, and then you will measure it from the shoulder to the length. So what I got here is 51. So you'll be cutting out that 51 times 3. Okay, so you, for you to have a full ruffle, you just need to use more fabric. You should have at least times 2 of your measurements. Okay, so this is what I have for mine, and I'll just manage it like that. So the length of this is 10 inches, and then you fold it like this. Okay, so you fold one side, and then you run a gather stitch on one part. So I'll use my needle and thread to just run a gather stitch on one part, and I have 2 of these. Okay, so I have 2 for the 2 sides. Okay, so fold one side, fold the other edge like this, and then you fold this edge as well. Okay, and then you run a gather stitch on one side. So this is one part of it. I have used my needle and thread to run a gather stitch. You can use your sewing machine actually. I just prefer using needle and thread. Sometimes it is faster for me. And I have attached one part, as you can see what I have. Okay, so I've attached one part of the ruffles, and this is what it is looking like. Okay, so you can see that I left some space at the down part. I did not attach it all the way down. I left about 4 inches. Okay, so this is what it is looking like on one side, and I'll repeat the same thing on this other side as well. Okay, so I'll just show you how to go about that. Okay, so just ensure that your fabric is so you go up by 4 inches. I don't want my ruffles to get to the down parts, that's why I went up by 4 inches from the length of the dress, and then I'll open it up like this, and then I'll attach my ruffles right side facing right side, just the way you see me doing like this. So I'll be attaching it all the way to the like this. I'll be attaching it all the way to the other side of the dress. Okay, so you keep attaching it until you get to the other side of the dress. Okay, so that's just basically how to go about this. So after doing that, I have attached it for the 2 sides. Now we want to shape the dress. So this is the midpoint of the dress. Okay, and this is the right side as well of the dress. So now from the shoulder line like this, you measure your bust point. So I'll start stitching from my bust point. My bust point is 10 inches, and I just ruled a line there, and then I ruled a line on my waist as well like this. Okay, so I know you might not be able to see the chalk, so just follow what I am saying. And then I also ruled a line on my hip. Okay, this is my hip line. I also ruled a line. So what I'll do now is, so what I have is bust, waist, and hip line. So I'll be dividing my measurements in 2 places. So you can see that this fabric is stretchy. I'll be dividing my measurements in 2 places here. Okay, so I just marked my bust point on that part 9 inches, and I also marked 9 inches on this part. So that line I drew in the middle will serve as my middle line. So you can see, so you'll be taking your measurements on the both sides basically. So this is my waist. I just marked my waist measurement on that part, and I'll mark it on this side as well. Okay, and then I'll come down to my hip. Before then, I'll just connect from the bust to the waist, just the way you see me doing. So now I'll come to the hip, and then I'm going to insert my hip measurement on the two sides as well. So when I am stitching this down, I'll make sure I arrange this dress perfectly, okay? Like I'll arrange it very well so that I don't make mistake. Okay, you can as well pin this down just so that you don't make mistake. So on this other side, I'll also mark my hip, and then I'll connect from the waist down to the hip just like this. I'll repeat the same thing for this other side. So after doing that, I'm going to just take this stitch all the way down. Okay, so I'll just show you what to do, but when I'm sewing, I'll arrange it. Okay, this is not how I will stitch it rough. I'll arrange it properly. So I just took the stitch all the way down, and then when I get to the length, I'll just go up by either 6 or 8 inches, and then I'll stop stitching on that part. Okay, so that part will be left opened. So I'll repeat the same thing for the other side as well. So I have done that. Can you see my stitching? Can you see the line? Can you see how the line is? When I was towards the down part, it is a bit free, okay, but you can make yours very penciled if you want to. It is a bit free towards the down part. So this and that's all for this video, and I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, kindly give this video a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for watching. This is my zipper, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.